So subject of a sentence is the locus of the action indicated by the verb of the sentence. Ramaha gacchati means what? Gamana kriyayaha ashrayaha Ramaha bhavati iti arthaha. Gamana kriyashrayaha Ramaha bhavati. And according to grammar rules, whenever a kriya takes place, kriya always brings out a change in its locus. Any action brings out a change in its locus. So if Rama does some action, Rama cannot be the same. He will have to undergo changes. He gets tired. He has moved from one place to another. There is gasping. All these changes are happening in Rama. Why? Because Rama is the locus of the action. Therefore, Kriya Swa Ashrayam Parinamayati. Kriya always brings out a vikara in its ashrayam. And therefore, aham janami solron nama. So when you say aham janami, janami is a kriya, jnana kriya. And this jnana kriyayaha karta ashrayaha kaha aham. And who is aham? Atma. And therefore Atma must undergo some change, otherwise jnana kriyayaha ashrayaha na bhavati. This is the Purva Paksha. Purva Paksham purinjido nata slogathula answer varaporadhu. The answer is, Shankaracharya says, jnana kriya also is a superimposition. Atma doesn't have jnana kriya. Atma is jnana swarupaha. Then how do you say aham janami? How do you use the word I know? Shankaracharya says, the kriya is taking place in the mind. The janami ingra edathila me ingradhu kriya. The termination, let. So therefore, when you say janami, the actual kriya is taking place in the mind, and that kriya is nothing but vritti vikaraha. So the kriya or the action is nothing but the thought that is taking place in the mind. And what is happening in Atma? Nothing is happening. Atma is jnana swarupaha. And in the mind which is undergoing modification, Chaitanyam is not there. But what happened? The Chaitanyam of the Atma is reflected in the vritti vikara. The Atma Chaitanyam is reflected in the vritti vikara. Vritti vikara means the thought modification of the mind. And therefore what do? The Chaitanyam is transferred to the mind, the modification, and the modification is transferred to the Atma, thus joining the Mano Vikara and Atma Chaitanyam, we make a statement. Me belongs to the mind. This is called adhyasaha. Therefore he says, Atmanaha Satchidamshascha. Atma has got Sat Amsham and Chid Amsham. And Buddhi has got what? Buddhehe Vrittihi. Buddhi has got the modification Ghadakara Vritti, Patakara Vritti, Vrikshakara Vritti. These modifications belong to the mind. And what happens? The moment Vritti comes, the Chaitanyam pervades the Vritti. And because of the Chaitanyam, Vritti gets Sat and Chit. The Sat and Chit of the Vritti is borrowed from where? From the Atma alone. And the Vikaram is borrowed from where? Vritti. Therefore, Vritti gives Vikaram, Atma gives Satchit, and joining both. So, Atmanaha Satchidamshascha Buddhehe Vrittiriti Dvayam Samyojya. So, confusing them together, an ignorant person says what? Janami iti pravartate. Because of what? Avivekena. Because of confusion. Then what will Jnani say? Jnani will never say, Aham Janami, Aham Jnanaswarupaha Asmi Niti, and I am the Sakshi of those vrittis. I am not subject to change at all. So, cha avivekena janamiti pravartate. It is like using the word, generally they give the example. Here Shankaracharya doesn't give an example. It is a unique shloka. Okay, in the shloka example illai. But normally the example taken is the Aya Agni Pinda. So the red hot iron ball. So you use the word that the iron ball burns. Really speaking, iron ball does not burn. Fire is pervading the iron ball, and that pervading fire is burning. You take the burning nature from the fire, and you take the iron ball. Combining both of them, you say, iron ball burns. It's a wrong statement. Similarly, you use the word, there is a fireball. Fire is never of the nature of a ball. Fire doesn't have a specific shape. You take the ball nature of the iron and superimpose upon the fire, and you say fireball. Thus, either you say fireball burns or you say iron ball burns. In fact, in that both the iron and fire are mixed together. Or when you say bulb illumines, pure bulb cannot illumine, pure electricity cannot illumine, then what illumines? And what illumines? Is there something, a third entity? There is no third entity also. Then what? There is a peculiar mixture. The electricity and bulb together alone do the job of burning. Similarly, Atma cannot know why nirvikaratvat. Buddhi cannot know why achetanatvat. Atma na janati. Why? Nirvikaratvat. Janati is a kriya. Kriya requires vikaram. Atma nirvikaratvat jnana kriyam na karoti. Buddhihi achetanatvat jnana kriyam na karoti. then kaha jnana kriyam karoti? Atmana satchidamsascha buddher vrittiriti dvayam. Therefore the answer is chidabhasa vishishta antahkaranam janati. Chidabhasa vishishta antahkaranam janati. Natu atma na antahkaranam. Arthama sadharma sabhasa antahkaranam silva. Abhasena sahavartate iti sabhasaha. Illena antahkarana vishishta chidabhasam janati. Ippadi onna sollikalam. Appa enna artham? Janami sonnale confusion ayathu artham. So when a person says, I know, generally everybody thinks he is a wise man. Vedantathila matram, if a person says, I know, you don't know. Because to say, I know, adhyasam is necessary, ahankara is necessary. இந்த சாபாச அந்தக்கரணத்தை நம்ம அகங்காரம் சொல்றோம். அகம் ந ஜானாதி, புத்திஹி ந ஜானாதி, அகம் புத்தி மிஸ்ரம் known as ahankaraha janati. Continuing. Atmano vikriya nasti buddher bodho na jatvapi jivas sarvamalam jnatva karta drashteti muhyati. Okay, some reading differences are there. Coming. Some reading differences are there. Karta drashteti, instead of that, Chinmaya Mission book has Jnata drashta. Ramakrishna Mission book also has got Jnata drashta. That is also okay. Or Karta drashta. That is also okay. Between the two, Jnata drashta reading is better. Okay. But Karta is not wrong. Jnata is better. Because the context is what? Janami ingara context anathanala. So here he says, neither Atma is a knower, nor Anatma is a knower. Atma cannot be a knower because if Atma has to be a knower, it has to do the kriya of knowing. Yar sonna and the action irukkanum. Isn't it? Walker, talker, eater, drinker. So any yar sonna action vandachu. If Atma is a knower, it will mean Atma has knowing action. It will mean Atma is the locus of an action. It will mean Atma is savikari. And since Atma is nirvikari, Atma cannot be a knower. Therefore he says, Atmanaha vikriya nasti. Atma doesn't have any modification. Therefore Atma cannot be jnata. In these places only, the grammar discussions will be useful because in grammar they have elaborately analyzed and they have concluded wherever tru pratyayam comes, it means kriyashraya, savikari. So kartru, bhoktru, mantru, vijñatru, karta, bhokta, etc. And the ta pratyayam vandale kriyashrayam naidradhu. Savikaram vandudradhu. So all these discussions they have analyzed in grammar. Therefore, tru means vikriya. And therefore, in Atma there cannot be any tru. So therefore, Atmana jnata bhavati. Okay, then why can't you say buddhihi jnata bhavati? Adukkum vazhi illai. Why? Buddhehe bodhaha na jatu api. Jatu means kadachit. Kadachit api means what? At any time, buddhi doesn't have chaitanyam. Bodhaha na inge chaitanyam nartam, chit nartam. So buddhi cannot know. So consciousness cannot know, matter cannot know. Consciousness cannot know because changeless, matter cannot know because inert. And still everybody says, I know. That is called agatita ghatana patiyasi maya. Adan solrar, jivaha sarvam alam jnatva. So jivaha, this jiva, not knowing all these in a atmanaha avikriyatvam buddhehe jadatvancha ajnatva. Ange jnatva engra edathila chala bookla jnata irkalam. There may be a third reading also, but if there is Jiva sarvamalam jnata karta drashteti, usually in some book it is there, but jnatva is better reading. Jiva sarvamalam jnatva. Yeah, sarva malam jnatva, actually malam na all impurities ellam jnatva, actually vyakyanam manapradhu. Sarvam alam jnatva, ajnatva. So, not knowing all these things, what does jiva do? Jnata drashta iti muhyati. He is adding all kinds of trich pratyayas. He says, I am karta, I am bhokta, I am jnata, I am manta. Manta na? Thinker, manta, thinker. Iti muhyati. Muhyati means thus he is deluded. And at that time only he gets Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna, etc. Antah Prajnaha, Bashish Prajnaha, Gana Prajnaha. All these are Jnatrutvam only. Then who am I? Na Antah Prajnam, na Bashish Prajnam, Chaitanya Swarupam eva. Continuing. Rajju sarpavadaatmanam jivam jnatva bhajam vahet naham jivah paratmeti jnatasche nirbhajo bhavet. Here also, Rajju sarpavadatmanam, jivam is one reading, jivaha is another reading. But between the two, jivam is better. The other one is not wrong. Between the two, jivam is better. So that means what? The original nature of Atma is what? It is not a jnata. Therefore not a karta. Therefore not a bhokta. Uru taavum varappadadu. Ta vandale ta arambichuduvan. Kekka arambichuduvan. Kekkaraduna desire nartham. Desire na karma. Karma vanda phalam. Phalam vanda punya papam. Punya papam vanda janma. Illa idunala ta ala arambichadu. So therefore, oru tavam varapadadu. Jnana swarupaha aham. Therefore, jnana swarupe mayi jnatrutvam adhyaropitam tasmadeva samsaraha bhayam graham. So jnana swarupe jnatrutva adhyaropanam eva samsaraha. Because when I am Jnana Swarupaha, I am Paramatma. When I am Jnatru Swarupaha, I have become Jivatma. Paramatma higher pedestal lerundu straight away I have come to Jivatmatvam. All because of one wrong pratyayam. Jnanam irukadhu badila jnata potta. Avladhan. Therefore he says, Atmanam means Paramatmanam. Jivam jnatva. Jivatmanam jnatva. Means what? Taking the Paramatma to be Jivatma. Taking the Aham to be Ahankara. Taking the Jnanam to be Jnata. Taking the Apramata to be a Pramata. Taking Nirvikaram to be Savikaram. Taking Nirvishesham to be Savishesham. Ellam potukondiyadha. What will happen? Nanna thane irukum. I can see wonderful things. Wonderful things are bhayam vahe. The moment you become jnata, there will be bhayam. Why there should be bhayam? The moment the jnata comes, the other two will come. Triputi. Jnata, jnanam, jneyam. Pramata, pramanam, prameyam. Karta, karma, karyam. Or karta, karanam, karyam. Karta, karanam, karyam. That means, as Jnana Swarupaha, I am Advaitaha. As Jnatru Swarupaha, I have come down to Dvaitam. And once I have come to Dvaitam, first of all, limitation has come. Parichinnatvam has come. Because Jnata is limited by Jnanam and Jneyam. This is the fundamental problem. And not only limitation has come, in the Jneyam, I will divide into two. That is what you call Raga and Dvesha. Heyam, Upadeyam. Idellam adaya vendiyadu. Idellam thalla vendiyadu. List vandach. And once the list has been made, with respect to Upadeya vastu, pravritti begins. With respect to heya vastu, priyartha upadeya means to be procured. Pravritti, pursuits begin. With respect to heya vastu, to be rejected, nivritti begins. Pravritti, nivrittischa. And pravritti, nivritti means punya papam automatica undudum. And punya papam vanda sanchitam agami prarabdham. And thereafterwards punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, tirigindrane. நீங்க சொன்னாரல்ல கைவில்ல நிறுத்தல. So அந்த காற்று போல் திரிகின்றானே, எல்லாம் திரிகிறான் தான். அதுதான் பயம், சம்சார பயம் பவே. And therefore what is our job? The reverse பண்ணியாகணும். Aham jnatana asmi, Jivaha nasmi, Paramatma Jnana Swarupaha asmi. அதுதான் சொல்றார். Na aham jivaha. That is na aham jnata. Then who am I? Paratmeti. Paratma is the same as Paramatma. Not printing mistake. Correct only. Paraha Atma or Paramaha Atma. Iti jnataschet. If I know myself as myself, Unnaini arivayagil, உனக்கொரு கேடும் இல்லை. சோ உன்னை பரமாத்ம ஸ்வரூபமாக நீ அறிவாயாகில், ஜீவாத்ம ஸ்வரூபத்தை விடுவாயாகில், அதெல்லாம் அதுல இல்ல, சும்மா சொல்றேன், விடுவாயாகில். ரைட். Therefore, paratma iti jnataschet. If you know you as you, what will happen? Nirbhayaha bhavet. Na bibheti kutascha neti abhayam pratishtham vindate. Yada madri drishtantaha, well known drishtanta, rajju sarpavat. Rajjum रज्जुत्वेन जानाति चेत निर्भयः, रज्जुम सर्पत्वेन जानाति चेत सबयः. If rope is known as snake, it is bhayam. If rope is known as rope, it is nirbhayam. Similarly, I need not acquire anything new. I have to know myself as myself. Then I am nirbhayaha. Knowing me as a jnata, janati, ichchati, yatate, bhunkte cha. This is the series of samsara. Jnatasche nirbhayo bhavet. Okay. We will see in the next class. Hari. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.